What's up, guys? I'm Chesapeake. This is Chesapeake Hammock and Outdoors, and today we are checking out a new product from OneTigris. This is their new hammock hot tent awning, the Cozshack, and this thing is absolutely massive. I just set it up for the first time, so I wanted to show you guys some of the things I'm seeing, and then we'll do a in-depth video on it later. But from the outside, you've got real nice webbing, 1-inch webbing with nice carabiners, really good stitching up here on the ridge line. You've got separating zippers here for hammock suspension with waterproof zippers. All of the zippers are waterproof, which is a good improvement. Down here on the bottom of each end, you've got dual webbing stakeouts with a buckle, so when you open the door, it doesn't fly open. You just step through the hole it creates. You've got snow skirts that are stowable with toggles, so you can toggle them in if you don't want them out. You've got a large mesh window on two sides that rolls down and stows. You've got multiple webbing points on the outside for different configurations. Here's one of the corners. Again, you've got nice stitching here. I've just got a trekking pole. You've got an adjustable buckle there. Reflective guy line. There's one of the stove jacks. It's got two. So you've got a stove jack here that rolls down this way so it's not laying on the hot stove pipe. Give you a wide shot here from the one side. So you can see the two windows. Again, multiple webbing, reinforced webbing on the outside. With buckles, so you can adjust. On their website and Amazon listing, they show it configured on the back of an SUV. They've had this out as an awning, a bunch of different configurations. On each peak, you have a vent with mesh, sorry for the sirens there, and an integrated pole kind of thing to keep it out. That also deploys. Here's the other ridge line. Your hammock suspension goes right there, and let me tell you, this thing is big enough for 2 hammocks to hang. Going around to the other side, sorry for the lighting. On this other side here, you have another waterproof zipper, so it will spread for different configurations. And then again, I've got a trekking pole here holding it up. So since there's a zipper, it's waterproof, like I said, and you've got the same buckle system to keep it together when it's opened. So we'll take a look inside real quick. I only have 2 guy lines deployed right now, but it comes with several guy lines, several extra stakes that you can use for different configurations. So we'll take a look inside. Nice smooth zipper. The zipper pulls are kind of small. They're shot cord. I think I'll probably add some, paracord or textured zipper pulls or something to make it a little easier to grab with gloves on, since it is a winter tent. But the zipper is nice and smooth. You can see how the bottom stays connected there. And then here's the look on the inside. You've got a nice seam sealed ridgeline seam. There's your interior vent. You got Velcro that holds this up. There, it's toggled. The inside is a silver aluminized coating, kinda, to help retain heat. These windows zip up. And that's just with one hand. And then Velcro. So there are the zipper, the windows up, and you can kind of see the aluminized coating now to help really keep that heat in. And I guess there is only one stove jack. So your stove goes in this corner, and it's already cut. So you don't have to, you know, cut it yourself or anything like that. And I like how the stove jack comes down and it's away from the side. So even with the stove here, so we'll put this stick here underneath of the stove jack, kind of make an X where the middle of your stove jack is. You can see that you've still got plenty of room for your hammock in here with the stove, or you can put several cots in here. On the website and Amazon listing, they show a 2-person tent in here. Excuse me. So you've got multiple different configurations you can use. There are loops in here so you can roll these sides up if you want really good ventilation. So there's many things you can do with the sides, which is really neat. One kind of flaw that I've seen, because it is so tall in here, you have to get the suspension up really high, and their recommendation is 7'8" to 9 feet. So I'm 5'7", so it was a little difficult getting the webbing up high enough, and obviously it's not good bent like that, but this just thrown up kinda. But it is a really nice suspension. You can use it with poles if you wanted to and guide out, so you don't have to use trees, I would guess, but I think with trees it'd be a lot better. There's just many different things you can do. You can see here on the outside there's corresponding toggles to those loops on the inside, so you can roll these two sides up and have this whole end open if you wanted to. And the same thing with the other side. Sorry about the sun. Excuse me. We got the OneTigris camping logo on there. It's a new thing they've been doing. They've had a lot of different tents coming out recently. They've got a trekking pole tent out there, like Mountaintop or something like that. They just had their Black series of tents. An updated Cosmito kind of tent. It looks like they shied away from the Baker tent style that I kind of liked, but I do have their other hammock hot tent, and it's not nearly this big. I mean, this thing is massive. You know, those straps are probably 8.5 feet up, and so you've got to have a lot of room to set this up. But it is really neat. The directions that it comes with aren't very helpful. So I'd like to see those updated to make it a little bit easier. But I mean, I guess the first time you set it up, it's going to be difficult just kind of figuring it out. I played around with several different trees here until I got the ones I want. You're definitely going to want extra space on the end, so you're really going to want the 15 to 19 feet it calls for. I think this is about 18 feet right here, and the webbing is pretty long, so you've got a little bit of play, and then you've got the adjustments there to fine-tune it. But overall, this seems to be made really well. I mean, on par with the rest of OneTigris' stuff. It seems like they really kind of stepped it up recently. to kind of maybe shoot towards more of a Pomali type of feel with some of their hot tents, which I think is neat because that's a pretty big player in the hot tent game. So I really like seeing OneTigris coming out with all these different configurations. They don't stay on the market long. It seems maybe a year or two, and then they're discontinued, which that's pretty neat. They're always innovating, but you know, we'll see, since this is brand new, how it holds up. I've got a trip to Western Maryland in the middle of November to the mountains, so we're gonna take this and use it. So we'll really test it out. I mean, elevation's a couple thousand feet. It'll be, you know, in the 20s by then up there, so we'll really test out its capabilities and, you know, the ventilation and, you know, the stove and the interior. I do have an aluminized mat to go under the stove. So I'm gonna cut it off here. I just wanted to give you guys a good first look at the brand new OneTigris Cozshack. Kind of looks like Cozshack. Some of their names are really weird, but we'll just go with it. And like I said, it seems to be made really well. It's on par with the Pomali tent I have as far as quality goes, and fabric stiffness or thickness, and just overall build quality. You can see that this stows, and then you've got Velcro here for your other peak vent. All right, guys, I'm Chesapeake. This is Chesapeake Hammock and Outdoors, and I'll see you guys next time.